Today I would like to talk about one of the beautiful designs stitched into the American fabric of diversity: the lawsuit. Anyone can sue anyone and possibly anything else just for about whatever reason. Whether or not your case will be heard is a different story. And when a society has the ability to sue, oftentimes frivolous lawsuits are an unfortunate side effect. These are lawsuits being pursued even though the party bringing them forth knows their case is weak or non-existent, and is oftentimes being done to harass the other party or even as a publicity stunt. It can sound impressive to say that you are bringing charges against the biggest company in the world. But is it really? Many times companies will hail themselves for fighting for the little guy, flaunting their new lawsuits all over town, waiting to be praised for their heroic work. But sometimes this lawsuit is just a dirty trick, a fake rose waiting for you to smell, only so that you can end up being sprayed in the face with piss. Welcome to the video series of the American Spirit Podcast. Epic Games is suing Apple and has filed a complaint for injunctive relief in the U.S. District Court, Northern District of California. Epic Games is not suing for money, rather they are suing Apple so that Apple will stop doing what they are doing. If Epic wins the lawsuit, then Apple has to stop operating business the way it currently is. This is what a complaint for injunctive relief means. But what is the egregious action Apple is committing, and what does it mean for you and me? And is there really no monetary advantage Epic Games may be after? Well, let's find out.
Epic versus Apple. The parties involved. This is you. This is Apple. This is Epic Games. And this is your money.
You are the American consumer, and don't worry, it's okay. We're all to blame. Americans like to buy things, and why not? That's what money is for, after all. One of the places we spend our money is the Apple Marketplace. We like to download apps to play games or watch movies and enjoy ourselves. Apple has a lot of different apps to buy or to make in-app purchases with. And most of these apps are not made by Apple. They are made by third-party app developers. Third-party developers need marketplaces to sell their designs, and Apple allows them to use their market to sell their designs at a price for the developer. Epic Games is a manufacturer of video games. Epic Games produces one of the most popular video games ever to be played. This game is called Fortnite. Fortnite can be sold on many video gaming systems, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and even on cell phones. But if they choose to sell their game on the Apple App Marketplace, then Epic has to pay the market owner 30 cents for every dollar they make. Let's sum that up. Epic Games wants to sell you Fortnite, but they need a market. Apple has a market and will allow them to sell their game so the consumer gets the product. This works by you giving Apple 100% of your money and Apple keeping 30% of it. They give the remaining 70% to Epic Games.
Now, I want to get down to the simplest possible nitty-gritty of what we've been talking about in a very easy way. To ask ourselves the question, quite fundamentally, what's all the trouble about?
The trouble begins on August 13th, 2020, when Epic Games decided to sidestep paying Apple any commission on features they sell while using the Apple iOS app marketplace. Instead of paying the 30% to Apple, they pay nothing. Epic Games presented this to their customers as going on a permanent 20% off sale for the customer. In Fortnite, V-Bucks is a gaming currency that you can use to buy dances, skins, characters, and other digital features in the game. To obtain V-Bucks, one needs to spend actual currency. Instead of selling 1,000 V-Bucks at the normal price of $9.99, $10, they were selling them at the price of $7.99, $8, pitching this as the Fortnite Mega Drop permanent discount up to 20%. And because of this move, the customer pays 20% less, while Epic receives 10% more revenue than they would have otherwise. But they don't shout that fact so loudly, or at all. Apple was quick to retaliate. What Epic did went directly against the agreement between Epic and Apple. So they banned Fortnite from being downloaded in their App Store. Epic responds with a planned attack by trying to turn their users into Epic Games' own personal militia of anti-Apple freedom fighters. Still, on August 13th, 2020, Epic Games sends this video to all of its users. The video is a parody of This Apple commercial made in 1984. Apple made this as a shot at IBM, at the time the largest computer manufacturer. Both of these videos are satirizing the movie 1984, based on the George Orwell novel of the same name, 1984. A novel depicting a world where every thought and action is controlled by an all-powerful government called Big Brother. At the end of Epic's video, it states, Epic Games has defied the App Store monopoly. In retaliation, Apple is blocking Fortnite from 1 billion devices. Join the fight to stop 2020 from becoming 1984. #freefortnite. All of this was done on the same day and is good evidence to suggest that Epic Games had all of this planned well in advance and knew by violating Apple's agreement they would get banned.
Not.
This is obviously not the only video addressing the problem at hand, and I would like to do more than just inform you on the topic. I want to criticize what Epic Games did while offering a different tactic they could have used instead of them taking legal action and trying to look like the oppressed innocent savior they so desperately wish they were. It seems simple. To me, this whole situation looks like Epic Games did not like the deal they were in with Apple. And I'll agree with them that paying Apple 30% is too high. But instead of controlling the game with an appropriate strategy, Epic has come off looking weak and hungry. Hungry to use their gamers as a voice rallying against oppression and fighting for more free choices. But the choice to give your money to Mega Rich Company 1 or Mega Rich Company 2 does not seem that honorable in my opinion. And weak because they can't even fight their own battle. They need their lawyers to do it. Instead, I think Epic Games could have come off looking as the savior of healthy competition if they instead were the ones who pulled Fortnite from the Apple Store. If Epic Games would have gone to Apple and demanded a new negotiation, one which could have lowered the 30% to something more reasonable, this would have put the ball in their court. They would be the ones coming to Apple to negotiate and work out something more fair. A price that the company agrees with and makes the customers happy. But if Apple said that was not going to happen, Epic could have removed their services completely from the App Store on their own free will. They could have boycotted Apple and actually have had a reason to do so. Instead, they tried to make Apple look like the villain when it was Epic Games who violated the agreement. Epic could have motivated their users to fight for better business negotiations and fairer trading agreements. Instead, they got their users to fight under the false pretenses of moral grounding. Apple is not the government, and they are not the oppressor of your rights, not in the way George Orwell wanted you to think about manipulation and government abuse. I'm not saying Apple isn't a company worthy of criticism. It surely is in its own regard, but not when it comes to this situation. If more facts reveal themselves as time goes on, and I'm proven wrong, I will change my opinions. But instead of boycotting and fighting for freer open market competition, Epic Games is using the system to their advantage at your expense. All the while trying to make it seem like they are doing this so you can have more free choices, feel important, and be a part of the good fight by hashtagging. In short, I call this a bitch move by Epic Games, and I am glad I have never given them any of my money. And I do say this begrudgingly. I like playing Fortnite, and I still encourage people to play it. It's a fun game and a great way to connect people. But Epic Games needs to reevaluate their positioning with the market and with their customers. I don't know how they could undo this ugly mess they have made for themselves. Unfortunately for them, I think the only thing they can do is bite the bullet and admit they threw egg on their own face, and apologize to every user for intentionally manipulating their perspectives on the open market and business practices, just so they can make an extra dollar and some good publicity. Thank you for joining me. Please feel free to give this video a thumbs up or even a thumbs down, and subscribe to the channel. Your feedback is important to me, so I hope you will share your opinions in the comments section below. Thank you again, and I hope to see you soon.